Alright, so you thought a Khajiit bare-knuckling his way through Skyrim's hardest mod list was where the madness ended. Oh no, that was just the warm-up. Since then, I've become the underground fight club champion of 3 cities. I've punched ghosts, I've punched people, and I've punched Nazim so hard he started monologuing in Sovngarde. But even now, with all that power, there's one place I never got closure. Halted Stream Camp. The place that clowned me at level 4. The place where an archer turned my skull into a pincushion. The place I swore I'd never return to. Until now.
Let's go, champ!
This time, I'm not just swinging fists. I'm throwing combos. I'm doing air juggles. I've got Uthgerd in my corner ready to tag in like it's dead or alive. And we are not here to negotiate. And trust me, it only gets weirder from here. Because after the camp, we're heading underground. Secret fighting tournaments, broken bones, magical suplexes. I'm not just a cat anymore. I'm a full-blown TEKKEN character with a quest marker. Let's do this. There it is. Halted Stream Camp. The site of my greatest humiliation. The place where my dreams went to die. And one very smug bandit archer invented headshot-based religion. I left here bruised, broken, and full of righteous furry fury. But now I'm different. I'm not that hopeful little Khajiit with claws and ambition. I'm the champion of 3 fight clubs. I fought ghosts, warlords, and a man named the Bear. Or was it a woman? I've died. I've come back. I've been reloaded from a save file. And now I've returned. I walk forward, calm, controlled, ready. And then I forgot about the archer again. Right, okay, no more playing nice. That arrow wasn't just a headshot, that was a challenge, a personal insult. And I'm not letting a camp full of bargain bin bandits outdo the champion of Skyrim's underground combat circuit. This time, I bring back up Uthgerd. I brought her last time, but she didn't do anything. She is my champion, a friend, and a woman who suplexed a mudcrab in anger. Together, we descend on the camp like an anime opening with no budget. No stealth, no tactics, just rage, claws, and a mutual hatred of ranged weapons. And it is beautiful. I take out the archers first, poetic justice style. Then it's claws on steel. My fists hit harder than a Daedric divorce. Uthgerd smashing skulls. I'm dishing out disease damage like I'm working for the Blight Council. And together, we wipe the floor with every last bandit outside. I even stopped mid-fight to punch your bucket for no reason. That's just how confident I am. But that was just the warm-up. Because inside the mine is the real challenge. Tight corridors, close quarters combat, more archers, probably. And maybe even a few more bear traps, who knows. We head in, not just to clear the camp, but to bury the past. And this time I'm not leaving until every last bandit inside has eaten fists and questioned their career choices. Time to finish what I started. Now this is where the fun begins. No sunlight, no escape, no sniping archers on cliffs, just the 2 of us, versus an entire underground bandit operation built around illegal mining, casual murder, and questioned interior design. The first bandit charges like he thinks he's Ryu. Bad move, he eats a claw sandwich and goes flying into a support beam so hard the cave briefly considers collapsing in protest. Uthgerd swings in next with a huge blade that'll get disqualified from any actual real martial arts tournament, but she likes swords, which is why I love her. Together we're basically like Skyrim's version of a TEKKEN tag tournament, except sweatier and with more fun. So have you ever been punched so hard that you actually forget your archery perks? Well, he has. And you see at this point, the bandits are more afraid of me than they are of bear traps. Which is wild because these traps have killed me more times than dragons ever have. I've been emotionally wounded by them. I wake up in cold sweats hearing click, whack, like a horror movie. But not today. Today, I'm the trap, and I didn't come back to negotiate. And just like that, Halted Stream Camp has fallen. Justice has been served, claws, fists, and with righteous, furry vengeance. Is it overkill just to return to a bandit mine, just to reclaim my pride? Yes, absolutely. Do I regret it? Not for a second. I didn't just clear a mine today, I conquered my trauma. I crushed their ego, and I KO'd my past. And now, the claws are hungry for more. After clawing my way through the darkest depths of Halted Stream Mine, it was time for something civilized. So I headed to Solitude, a place where people wear shoes, bandits aren't hiding behind every door, and shops don't explode when you sneeze too hard. And that's when I saw it. A robe. Not just any robe. A silky, enchanted, yet definitely a powerful martial artist master kind of robe. It seemed to scream mid-game energy. It whispered, "You will not be arrowed today." So I brought it. I equipped it in my mind, admired the stats, and I imagined how glorious I looked in it. But I actually forgot to put it on. But forget fashion, destiny was waiting. Because not that far from the shop, I crossed paths with someone different. That's Katana. No, not the sword, the person. A lady warrior wrapped in mystery, sass, and several layers of probably implied trauma. She fights with the grace of someone I can only describe as an anime protagonist during the emotional flashback episode. And the best part? She has a pet saber cat. Looks like there's 2 kitty cats now in our party. And then onwards with the adventure. Our 3 party members, our pet rat, and just going off having some fun. We didn't even speak a word, we just fought. It was like watching a 3-person fight scene choreographed by caffeine and poor decision making. Katana slices, Ufkud smashes, and I punch like I'm trying to win an invisible trophy. And the bandits we came across never stood a chance. So naturally, the next logical thing to do was go hunt a giant, because that's what any sane unarmored cat man does after a spot of shopping. And I regret everything. It was like trying to fistfight a building. Every time we got close, he reminded us that gravity is a suggestion and ragdolls are very real. But then, finally, I land the hit, another hit, and then one final punch, right to the kneecap that sends this massive, tusked tower of flesh tumbling like Jenga. I punched a giant to death. This wasn't a playthrough anymore. This is now personal. After punching a literal giant into early retirement, you'd think I'd catch a break. Maybe a hot meal, a nap, time to reflect on what I've become. But no, because Skyrim doesn't do peace and quiet. Skyrim does necromancers. There we were, minding our own business, probably trying to figure out how the hell a map works, when suddenly, bam, dark-robed maniacs start flinging magic like it's Halloween and I forgot my costume. And don't even get me started on the bloody skeletons. I fought ghosts, I fought giants, but there's something incredibly insulting about getting ambushed by a sentient bag of bones with a sword it probably can't even lift properly. Skeletons don't even bleed. That means my blighted fists do nothing. It's like trying to poison a vending machine. But we survive. Katana has PTSD, Ufka's just angry, and I'm starting to wonder if joining the companions was worth all this elbow-based trauma. But the worst part, we were nowhere near where we were meant to be. I was lost, punching, still had no clue where the hell Eldergleam Sanctuary was, and I'd spent a solid Skyrim day chasing rumours, misreading signs, and threatening trees. And then, finally, like a divine gift from the Nine themselves, we found it. We found it. At the heart of this glowy, serene, weirdly sparkly forest cave was our true prize. A dragon. A small dragon. Tiny wings, glowing eyes, the size of an angry chicken nugget. And get this, it heals us in combat. No fire breath, no shouting people off cliffs, just an angry little guy with a big heart, energy, and surprisingly good bedside manners. Naturally, we named him Colin. With Colin the emotional support dragon, trademark, by our side, we were officially unstoppable. Heels, claw, rage, and a cat who refuses to wear a robe he literally brought for this moment. The team's complete, and Skyrim is not ready. At this point, we came back to Whiterun with calluses, bruises, and a small dragon named Colin. We had scars, we had stories, and we had trauma that could legally be written off as a novella. But more importantly, we had respect. From punching street thugs to beating down champions in illegal underground fight clubs, we've clawed our way to the top. And the companions, they've noticed. They called me in, sat me down like it was an old kung fu dojo scene. The master, the student, the firelight, and then the words came. You are ready. This wasn't just an errand. This was sacred. A mission tied to Ysgramor himself, the OG companion, the godfather of the Nordic beatdown. Retrieve the fragment of Wufrad, the legendary axe of legend, from the ancient ruins of Dustman's Ken. Easy, right? Wrong. Because Skyrim knows exactly how to derail a main quest when you're just trying to be a good cat. Ooh, side quest. So we were on the road, spirits were high, Colin doing little spins when we spotted it. Silent Moon's camp, perched on a cliff like a smug eagle. Campfires flickering, bandits patrolling, probably talking about their protein intake. And the second I saw it, I knew. We're doing this. But hold on. Before I could even start climbing the hill, Ufgud got benched, because this was a companion job now. Well, not Silent Moon's camp, that was just me getting sidetracked. But in her place, we had Farkas. The man, the myth, the literal wolf. No jokes, no sass, just silent intensity and a jawline that could cut glass. And together, we ascended the hill into chaos. Silent Moon's camp was built like a fortress, but defended like a pub at closing time. We bust in, fists first. Colin healed me mid-punch. Farkas cleaved his way through two at once like they were just sharing a torso. And me. I went in like King from Tekken on a caffeine binge. Claw slashes, spinning backhands, full combo chains like. But then he stepped forward. No name, no mercy, scary mace. Because, to be fair, bandits always need a scary mace. And he came at me swinging this massive, jagged thing like it owed him money. And I dodged, I ducked, I weaved, and then I countered with a spinning claw uppercut straight out of Street Fighter cutscene. He fell, dramatic slow motion, and in his cold dead hands, a weapon forged in hate, blood, and probably a backstory we'll never know. So I took it as a memento, a relic of a man who tried to swing harder than me. This one's for the shelf. We cleared the camp, but our real mission still lay ahead. The ruins, the fragment, the test of loyalty, skill, and upper body strength. Finally, Dustman's Ken, a place of the dead, a tomb of heroes, a test of worth, and me, I'm walking in with a literal saber cat whisperer, a werewolf bodyguard, and a pocket dragon named Colin. What could possibly go wrong? Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and as always, if you do like the video, please do like and subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you like this kind of style of content, let me know what kind of build/playthrough hybrid you want to see next. And as always, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.